Be ready for dictation. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I am very glad that I have the opportunity to take part in the discussion on the demands for grants in respect of the Ministry of Labour. I am very happy we have got a very good labor minister, but I do not know whether he is able to take all the steps necessary to improve the labor situation in this country at this critical moment. The Industrial Policy Resolution of 1956 clearly mentions that in the process of rapid industrial development, labor assumes a vital role to establish a socialistic pattern of society. The main problems facing the working class are of getting adequate wages, essential commodities at prices they can afford, some sort of shelter and cloth. The government minimum needs program has hardly reached the working class. The vast majority of laborers are unable to make both ends meet. The government has mentioned endlessly on the question of evolving a national wage policy or an integrated wages, incomes, prices policy. In the Labour Ministers' Conference some time back, it was suggested that steps should be taken to enforce the minimum wages in the different industries. It was also suggested that non-implementation of minimum wages should be declared as a cognizable offense and the offenders should be arrested. However, it had been agreed at the conference that more deterrent punishment should be given to the offenders and that the act should be amended suitably. Necessary changes should have been made in the central legislation by this time. The Industrial Disputes Act had become outdated and it should be completely overhauled. It has been claimed that the emergency has brought discipline among laborers and the production has been increased. Yes, it is a fact, but the laborers are forced to work and they are forced not to take part in the trade union activities. The trade union rights have been completely taken away from the labor. But, sir, I want to impress upon the minister that motivations for work should not be imposed from outside, but it should come from within. A content labor force is an asset to the development of industries. You have taken away the permitted bonus. Some time back, this parliament passed an act to fix the minimum bonus at 8.33%, but the same act was adversely amended by the same parliament some time ago. Sir, the compensation on account of loss of property by theft and pilferage has gone up to nearly rupees 13 crores. The income from passengers and also goods transport has gone down. It has gone down because of the strike. Strikes have to be discouraged. This year, they expect a little improvement in these things. Diesel has become one of the bottlenecks or the efficient running of the railways. For that also, I think the minister will try to see that there is a better relationship between his department and the Department of Petroleum and see that the required quantity of diesel is allotted to the railways. Sir, I was telling about the compensation that the railways have to pay to the people for thefts and for pilferages in the railways. Nearly 58,000 railway police force people are working and about rupees 12 crores are being spent on them. Sir, I am told that sometimes these railway police force people in connivance with the gundas have allowed these things to go on. One of the ministers who held this portfolio has made his allegation in the lower house. If that is true, then I feel the safety and the security of the passengers and their goods is not in safe hands. Therefore, I suggest that there should be frequent changes in the RPF personnel and they could be shifted from railways to border security force. The same man should not continue for more than 3 years in the railways. If that is done, sir, I think we could expect some change in their attitude in protecting the property of the railways and protecting the goods that are transported by the railways. I feel, sir, that even alarm chain pullings on the railways have gone up to nearly 2,80,000 in number, and if the railway traffic people are vigilant, they can reduce it. I have also noticed cases of ticketless travel in the railways and the ticket collectors or the guards do not take notice of it. Sometimes persons who regularly travel by train on short distances do not purchase tickets in spite of the fact that they are able to get concessional tickets. Even seasonal tickets are not renewed, and the commuters travel on the trains with the expired seasonal tickets, and the railway staff also allow them as a matter of routine.